Well, good morning, everyone. Here we are today in Graves County, Kentucky. It is a beautiful fall day. Some of the leaves are still out on the trees, and it's gorgeous. And the weather is fantastic. So we're going to get some historical insight into what's going on in Graves County, Kentucky. So stick with us. If you haven't done it, like and subscribe, so that you can stay up to date on what we're doing with historical markers. And I don't think you'll be sorry. So stay tuned with us. Stick around. Let's see what we find in Graves County, Kentucky. All right, we are here in Dukedom, which is the town split in half, right on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. But this marker is here on the Kentucky side. It's for two successful raids. Confederate States of America General N.B. Forrest with the main body of cavalry passed this way before and after destructive raid on Paducah, March 25th, 1864. Returning Kentucky regiments camping near here, given leave to seek food, horses, get recruits, visit families. Not one deserted. News item led Forrest to send men back through here again April 14th to capture horses missed before. Here near this two successful raid marker, somebody has made a little memorial with information about the Battle of Paducah. And there's Nathan Bedford Forrest. And they talk all about all of the commissioned officers from Kentucky. There's President Jefferson Davis. There's Robert E. Lee. Talking about the Battle of Paducah. And then there's burial sites in this area of these following troops. Article from the Memphis Daily Appeal in 13th of June 1864. I'm going to go down here. It looks like it's fallen off the side, but this one talks about this troops being here February 28th, 1864, skirmish at Dukedom. And then there's a brief history here of Dukedom. I'm not going to read that, of course, if you want to pause and do so. But that's pretty cool that this area has put up this little monument here in Dukedom. This marker is really close to the Kentucky-Tennessee border, right on the edge of Graves County, near Dukedom, Tennessee. And this is for the pioneer spirit, nearby gravesite of Lucy Flarney Roberts, believed to be the first woman of French Huguenot lineage to come to this area. Her husband and 25 dependents are also buried here. She was a descendant of one of the founders of Manhattantown, Virginia, a Huguenot settlement. One of many brave women who left family ties to go with their husbands to a new life in the wilderness. I'm sure somebody's going to let me know how those words are pronounced, because I know I did not pronounce them correctly. But quite an interesting story. I like this one. Feliciana. It was the site of a settlement established in 1830s. By 1838, it was the most important trading point in the county. After a state road was built through Feliciana in 1845, it became one of the greatest commercial centers in western Kentucky. This community remained prominent until bypassed by the railroad in 1858, abandoned when business interests moved to other towns. Right, we are in Fancy Farm, Kentucky. Love some of these town names in Kentucky. We've been to Possum Trot and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but it's just been fun. seeing all these names. This marker is two-sided. This side's for the Centennial picnic, August 2nd, 1980. This blend of politics, community spirit, and home cooking puts Fancy Farm in Kentucky headlines. The first picnic in 1881, Reverend R. Feehan, pastor. Centennial picnic hosted by Reverend W. Hancock. First resident pastor was Reverend A. Hagan. Reverend C. Hazley built the present church, brick school, and rectory. Other noted pastors include Monsignor A. Thompson, Monsignor E. Russell, and Reverend C. Dinardi. All right, this one says Fancy Farm. The town, which grew up around St. Jerome's Church, was named circa 1845 for the farm of John Peebles. Samuel Willett and Elizabeth Hobbs from St. Rose's, Washington County, were the first permanent Catholic settlers in 1829. First church was built in 1835 to 36 by Reverend Elisha Durbin. The present church blessed by Bishop William McCloskey in November 1893. Annual picnic is fundraiser for parish. All right, we are in rural Graves County between Lowe's and Fancy Farm. And this marker is for Barkley's birthplace. Alban W. Barkley, U.S. Senator and Vice President, was born near here, November 24th, 1877. A lifelong leader in Democratic Party. Elected prosecuting attorney for McCracken County, 1905. County judge, 1909. Congressman, 1913. And U.S. Senator, 1927. Was a majority leader of Senate longer than any other man. Vice President from 1949 to 53. Elected Senator, 1954. His death was April 30th, 1956. We're in Melber, Kentucky. For this marker here, it says School Consolidation. Early Kentucky school districts were very small. The system abolished in 1908 in favor of county school system. After 1920s consolidation common in Kentucky. Changes in agriculture and out-migration contributed. Pupils of outlying districts transported to Melber and Lowe's. By 1930, state standards for teachers began and school year increased to 7 months. I'll check the other side. Oh, got another one. All right, so the second side of this is the site of Melber School. The site of first Melber School building in 1897 became Melber Junior High School in 1903. Building burned on October 1st, 1929. New brick building opened August 25th, 1930. Between 1937 and 1954, Melber served grades 1 through 12, and between 1954 and 1963, elementary grades. Melber Elementary School consolidated with Lowe's High School in 1963. All right, we are here outside of Mayfield, Kentucky, at the Spence United Methodist Church. Now their sign did not survive the tornado, and the historic marker was blown off. However, it is still sitting right here. So I will read to you what this marker says. Spence Chapel, United Methodist Congregation in Graves County, has remained continuous since its founding in 1826. It was on the Wadesboro Circuit in 1834. The first log building was followed by 2 frame structures. Current brick sanctuary was built in 1917 to 1918 to replace one that burned. And I would say that the metal roof on top of that church was added after the tornado came through. This marker is 2 successful raids. CSA General Nathan B. Forrest with main body of cavalry passed through Mayfield to and from destructive raid on Paducah, March 25th, 1864. General Abraham Buford's division camped here. Kentucky regiments given leave to visit homes and enlist recruits. all returned. News item led Forrest to send Buford from Tennessee through here again on April 14th to capture horses missed before. I wanted to get this memorial. The one up there is the World War II Memorial. Has all of the branches around it, and is in honor of the World War II veterans. And then this marker here is for the Vietnam veterans. Stands in honor of all Graves County veterans who served our nation during the Vietnam War. And it has their name and the names of the those who gave their life engraved on the book. And then there's a couple of other little markers, all that are currently in honor of all that are currently serving and all that served in the Korean War, 1950 to 1953. This is the war, again, the World War II Memorial. Has all of the branches of the Navy in honor of the members of the U.S. Navy whose sacrifice is preserved in the hearts of a grateful nation. Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. The Army Air Corps in honor of the members of the U.S. Army Air Corps, here and gone but never forgotten. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. The Army, in honor of the members of the U.S. Army who preserve our freedom with the spirit of sacrifice. Over hill, over dale, we have hit the dusty trail as those caissons go rolling along. It's interesting that they've changed the words in that song now, and they've gotten rid of the word caisson. Just a bit of trivia there, threw that in. This one side is for the Marines, in honor of the members of the U.S. Marine Corps whose spirits live on in the freedom so they so heroically defended from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. We are in Mayfield, Kentucky at the cemetery for this group of monuments. I've never seen anything like this. The Wooldridge Monuments? Wooldridge. Okay. Wooldridge Monuments. This whole grouping here. Even the dog and a deer. This is just amazing. It says Wooldridge Monuments. Those enshrined here are Kezia Nichols, mother of Colonel Henry Wooldridge, and his brothers W.F. Alfred, Josiah, and John, his sisters Narcissa, Minerva, and Susan. Small statues of great nieces, Maud and Minnie. His favorite hunting dogs, Towhead and Bob, a deer and a fox, along with Henry himself astride his favorite horse, Fop. We're gonna go to the other side as I continue to show you these monuments. This is just amazing. This rare statuary, a memorial to loved ones, was conceived by Colonel Henry Wooldridge, whose central marble image was carved in Italy. Devoted to the memory of his family and his life, animal lover, famous fox hunter, and member of the Masonic Order, only he is entombed here. And you can get details at the Chamber of Commerce. May be difficult at this moment because I don't think it's still standing. But they're not buried. The only one buried here is him. The guy there in the middle, that's the marble statue. These are all memorials to his family. and favorite pets. I can honestly say I've been in a lot of cemeteries doing this series and doing research before, and I've never seen anything like this. This is awesome. What a way to make sure that your family is remembered. And it's got their little names on there, who they are. Some of them it just says when they were born. It doesn't have their death date on there. Guess nobody updated some of them, but that's cool. This is more footage of downtown Mayfield. They have started building some temporary buildings and new things going on up here, just here and there. This is the back of the First Presbyterian Church. This is the sign that we were looking for. It got hit, but part of it's missing. But it's still there, leaning, but still there. The First Presbyterian Church was Mayfield's oldest church, founded in circa 1832 as Cumberland Presbyterian Church. It joined the Presbyterian Church USA in 1906. Members have included Mayfield founder John Anderson and Congressman Lucian Anderson, 1863 to 65, William V. Gregory, 1927 to 36, and Noble J. Gregory, 1937 to 59. But I mean, that's amazing that this sign is still standing at all. Well, y'all, we are here in Mayfield, Kentucky, almost a year after the devastating tornado that just absolutely flattened the downtown area. We were supposed to have 6, possibly 7 markers around the courthouse area. It's all gone, y'all. We're gonna try to see if we can find any other markers left in Mayfield. There's a few that are a little bit further away from this main downtown area, but this is just heartbreaking. And there's the courthouse is just gone. I mean, there's some outward buildings that are still standing. I mean, that's the First Baptist, the back of the First Baptist Church over there. But this is just heartbreaking. And as you know, historical markers tend to be around the courthouse areas, and they're just not here anymore. So, you know, if you are considering trying to maybe help out somebody, these people in Mayfield are still suffering. They are still trying to rebuild their community. It would be a great place to maybe send some funds, send some help. It's just heartbreaking. And this, like I said, it happened on December 10th last year. And that's just almost a year ago. So just pray for the people in this area. We'll see if we can find any markers in the more outlying areas. But until then, I continue to pray for Mayfield to recover and to continue to come back after this tornado devastation. Well, there we go. We have it. Graves County, Kentucky. What'd y'all think? Did you learn anything? There's some interesting things. There's interesting names in some of these towns in Kentucky. I am having a blast going to all of these towns, Fancy Farm and Possum Trot and all these things that we found. I absolutely have had a good time. Looking at these little bitty towns, and it's beautiful down through here. If you have never taken a drive through rural Kentucky, you need to do it. They're, putting up the tobacco's hanging in the barns, and it's just really, really nice. So we're having a good time. I hope you are. Comment, let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of Historical Markers.